Hey, howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be listing off some of the most iconic Drag Race duos or trios, depending on the situation. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to like this video, comment down below which duos were your favorite, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get this video started. Alright, for this list, I decided to include 12 duos or trios depending on the situation, and I'm going to go ahead and list them off for you. So at number 12, I have Silky, Naomi and Miss Vanjie. Pictures here. Silky and Vanjie are an iconic duo from season 11. They had an entire podcast talk show thing during quarantine. Obviously we saw Silky on Las Vegas Review with Vanjie. They used to live like right above each other. They were roommates at one point. Just super iconic duo. Also, we'll get to see Silky on All Star 6, so we look forward to that. And yeah, no, they're an iconic duo. Next, I have Latrice and Manila. Pictures here. Obviously we saw them get grouped on All Stars 1, and then come back in together on All Stars 4. They're also just good friends. They have their own podcast where they review episodes of Drag Race. They're currently reviewing Drag Race Holland. It's called The Shop. If you haven't listened to it or watched it, definitely check that out. Yeah, no, they're just iconic. Next, we have Raja and Raven. Picture here. Obviously, they have their own fashion review on YouTube called Fashion Photo Review. And when I think of Fashion Photo Review, I think of Raja and Raven, obviously. So yeah, that's why I have them on this list. Next, I have Jan, Laguna Blue, and Rosé. Okay, so two of these have not officially been on Drag Race yet. Yes. However, they are all in a singing trio called Stephanie Child. If you have not listened to them, look them up on YouTube. Do yourself a favor. As soon as this video ends, so you can watch this whole video, look up Stephanie Child. Listen to them sing, and they're great. Obviously, Jan was on season 12 of Drag Race and is going to be on All Stars 6. Rosé is going to be on season 13 of Drag Race. The only one we won't get to see, unfortunately, is Laguna. However, I'm sure she'll be on a later season at this rate, because, I mean, like, they're basically all iconic. Obviously, they have a singing trio, like I said. So, yeah, no, I love Stephanie Child, and that's why they're on this list. So, yeah. Next, I have Sasha Velour and Shea Coulee. Picture here. Obviously, in season 9, they had two combined wins, I believe. They just became really good friends, and then obviously there was that moment when Sasha Velour won the lip sync in the finale, and the whole rose petal thing, we all know about that. And then that became an entire story arc for Shea in All Stars 5. But they're good friends, they support each other and do things like that. They're cute, they're a good duo. That's why I have them on this list. Next, I have Relaska Talks. This is a trio, another trio. Obviously I had to include them on this list. We have Roxy Andrews, Alaska, and Detox. I mean, like, they're literally walked in together for, season 5 multiple times, just all together with Relaska Talks. And then, obviously we have All Stars 2, where Alaska was all like, oh, I'm not part of it anymore, oh, I'm trying to, because last time they brought me down, blah, blah, blah. But we all know they were still a trio at that point, like, being real here. So obviously they're all good friends, and yeah, that's why I have them on this list. Next, I have Willem and Alaska. Pictures here. Obviously they have their own podcast together called Race Chaser. And no, they're just good friends. They do a lot of stuff together, obviously, so I had to include them on this list. Next, I have Naomi and Kimchi, both from season 8. They had a YouTube series at one point called Makeup Girls. I don't know if you've seen it. Definitely look it up. I'm not sure if it's still up. but they stopped doing it for some reason, and I don't know why. But I really liked it, and I thought that was a really cool show. And obviously, they also have this makeup palette that they did in collaboration, since Kimchi has her own makeup line. So obviously, they're good friends. They go to each other's birthday things. They've always been friends since season 8. I love Naomi and Kimchi. Like, they're an iconic duo. Next, I have Raven and Jujube pictures here. Obviously, we have the iconic moment of them singing, lip syncing to "Dancing on My Own," or "Dancing on My Own," I believe it's called, from All Stars 1, and then when they got to be top 4, obviously we all know that storyline. I love Raven and Jujube. Jujube's iconic. Raven is still doing RuPaul's makeup to this day. So overall, they're an awesome duo. Definitely high up on this list. Like, you can't deny that they're a great duo. Next, I have Bob and Monet. I love Bob and Monet. They're literally two. Bob is probably my favorite drag queen now at this point. Like, everything Bob does, I love. And also Monet. Monet has a talk show, The Exchange Rate. If you haven't watched that, definitely check that out as well. But they have a podcast together. If you haven't listened to Sibling Rivalry, listen to Sibling Rivalry. It's fantastic. I support them on Patreon. Like, that's how much I love Sibling Rivalry. Just an amazing duo, and I love them. I always will. And yeah, no, that's why I have them on this list. Next, I have Trixie and Katya. I love Trixie and Katya. When you think of Trixie, you think of Katya, and when you think of Katya, you think of Trixie. They don't really do very much separate from each other, which is why they're honestly one of the most iconic duos from Drag Race. Trixie has her own makeup line, and then they even did a collaboration through the makeup line to release a lipstick. Like, they're an iconic duo. It sold out in like 8 minutes. It was ridiculous. I tried buying that lipstick and it was sold out by the time I got on the website. It was that fast. It was ridiculous. It was wild. And yeah, that's why I have Trixie and Katya on this high up on the list. And finally, my number one, like, you can't have this show without this duo. You gotta give them respect. I understand that they each come with their own issues, but at number one, I have Michelle and RuPaul. Like, you gotta give them the respect. Like, they are the reason the show is still around. When you, like, them together, their duo is just iconic. Obviously, we wouldn't have the show if it weren't for RuPaul, and I think Michelle Visage obviously makes the show, like, their relationship makes the show that much better. Michelle's been on it since season 3, and I don't see her going anywhere. Obviously, they're an iconic duo, and that's why they're on the top of my list. Again, let me know down below what you think of this list. Let me know who you think is your number one, who you would put on this list. If I'm missing anyone, let me know. Again, make sure to like this video if you liked it. Like I said, comment down below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Let's get this channel growing. We are 4 days away from Halloween. Today's the 28th, and I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the 31st. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for another video, and I will also be doing a review for Drag Race Holland episode 7, I think it is. Yeah, it's episode 7. And yeah, that's about it. Have a good rest of your night or day wherever you are, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.